Welcome back to the Metaphysics Podcast. I'm Dennis Goddard.
And I'm Louise Hicks.
It's great to have you with us for episode 9 of Manifesting Money.
Oh, it's fantastic to be back.
Today we're going to be diving into a topic that so many listeners have requested.
Yeah.
It's how to overcome the difficulty of visualizing, especially when it comes to something as tangible as money.
Yeah, money's a tough one.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we're going to be exploring why visualization can feel so tricky.
Yeah.
And we're also going to offer some practical tips to make it easier and more effective.
For sure.
So stick with us because by the end of this episode,
Yeah.
hopefully you'll have a fresh perspective on visualization
Absolutely.
and some powerful tools to help you manifest your financial goals.
Yeah.
Now, before we jump into the nitty-gritty of visualization,
Sure.
let's briefly recap where we've been in this series.
Sounds good.
In previous episodes, we've tackled some major roadblocks to manifestation.
Right.
Things like overcoming doubt, embracing abundance, and even understanding the vibrational basis of reality.
Right. Yeah, it's important to remember.
Yeah.
Everything is energy, right?
Yeah.
We've also explored the importance of shifting from a mindset of lack to one of receptivity. Recognizing that being open to receiving is just as important as putting our desires out there.
Right.
You have to be open to receiving if you want to manifest anything. And of course, we can't forget about the critical role of emotions in shaping our reality.
Yeah, emotions are huge.
They are everything.
So if you haven't listened to those episodes yet, be sure to check them out. They lay a solid foundation for what we're diving into today.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have.
But visualization often trips people up. What do you think that is?
Well, I think it's because we're so used to experiencing the world through our 5 senses.
Yeah.
You know what we see here, touch, taste, and smell. But then when we try to shift to a purely imaginative realm where we're creating images and experiences in our minds, it can feel a little unnatural at first.
Right. It's not something we're used to doing.
Right. We're asking our logical minds to kind of take a back seat
Yeah.
while we tap into a different part of ourselves.
Well, yeah.
Our imaginative, creative selves.
Yeah, our right brain.
Exactly.
Our right brain.
That's where the magic happens.
It's almost like trying to speak a new language.
Yeah.
At first it feels awkward and unfamiliar, but with practice it becomes more natural and fluent.
It does. It does. And, like learning a language.
Right.
The key to mastering visualization is practice and consistency.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Even if you struggle to see crystal clear pictures in your mind, you can still manifest abundance.
Okay. So it's not a requirement.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Because remember, our emotions are the most powerful indicators of our vibrational frequency.
Yeah, okay.
It's that frequency that attracts or repels abundance, not necessarily the picture-perfect visualization.
So even if someone can't see a clear image in their mind,
Yes.
they can still cultivate the feeling of having the money they desire.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Sure.
Imagine yourself on a relaxing vacation.
Okay.
Can you recall the feeling of warm sunshine on your skin?
Yeah.
The sound of waves crashing on the shore?
Yeah.
The scent of salty air?
I can feel it.
Even if you can't perfectly picture the scene, you can likely still access those sensory experiences and the positive emotions they evoke.
Yeah. It's all about those emotions.
It is. It's all about the feeling.
So it's about tapping into those positive emotions and letting them guide us.
Precisely. And this is where the Abraham Hicks teachings offer a really fascinating perspective.
Okay.
According to their teachings, every desire we have, even those we haven't consciously acknowledged, is already present in a vibrational escrow.
A vibrational escrow.
Yeah, have you ever heard of that?
I haven't. What is that?
It's a really powerful concept. Think of it as a cosmic reservoir where all our desires are already fulfilled in vibrational form.
Okay.
So manifestation isn't about creating something entirely new.
No.
It's about aligning with what already exists energetically.
Wow. That's a mind bender.
It is.
So you're saying that even if I haven't consciously thought about wanting $1 million,
Right.
it's already waiting for me, this vibrational escrow.
Yes, that's the idea.
Okay.
And the more we cultivate the feelings associated with having that $1 million, feelings of freedom, joy, security,
Right.
the more we align with that vibrational reality and allow it to manifest in our physical experience.
So it sounds like instead of getting hung up on creating perfect mental images,
Yes.
we should focus on nurturing the emotions associated with already having what we desire.
Absolutely. And one powerful way to do this is through daydreaming.
Daydreaming.
Yeah.
You mean just letting my mind wander and fantasize about having all the money I want?
Yes,
Rest
exactly.
God.
It might sound simplistic, but daydreaming is a potent tool for practicing visualization.
Okay.
When you allow yourself to drift into pleasant daydreams, you're essentially rehearsing the experience of having what you desire,
Right.
at least on an emotional level.
It's almost like tricking our subconscious into believing it's already happening.
In a way, yes.
Okay.
And the more we engage in these positive daydreams, the more we raise our vibration and attract those experiences into our reality.
So daydreaming is like a mental rehearsal for manifesting our desires.
Yeah.
I like that.
It really is. And here's another powerful technique.
Okay.
Try acting as if you already have what you want.
Acting as if. Isn't that just pretending?
No, it's not about denying our current reality or pretending that something is true when it isn't.
Right.
It's about consciously aligning our energy with the desired outcome.
Could you give us an example of what that might look like?
Sure. Let's say you want to manifest more financial abundance. Instead of dwelling on your lack of money, start focusing on the feeling of abundance.
Okay.
How would you feel if you had all the money you needed? What would you do differently? How would you carry yourself?
I think I'd feel more relaxed, more confident. I might even walk with a little more swagger.
Exactly. And those subtle shifts in your energy and behavior can have a profound impact on your ability to manifest abundance.
It reminds me of the saying, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, there's some truth to that.
Right.
But it's not just about faking it. It's about shifting your energy and aligning yourself with the vibration of what you want to experience.
And I've heard that focusing on what you lack only perpetuates it.
Right.
Is that related to this concept of acting as if?
Absolutely. When we constantly dwell on what we don't have, we send a vibrational signal that's aligned with lack.
Right.
It's like we're in a tug of war within ourselves, wanting something but not believing it's possible.
Right.
And that creates resistance, blocking the very thing we're trying to attract.
It's like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake.
Yeah.
You're not going to get very far.
Exactly. That's a perfect analogy.
Right.
And the same principle applies to manifestation. When we act as if we already have what we desire,
Right.
we release that resistance and allow abundance to flow more freely into our lives.
So we're not denying our current reality.
No.
We're just shifting our focus and energy towards the outcome we want.
Exactly. And there are a few practical techniques that can make this process a little easier.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a creation box?
A creation box? No. Tell me more.
It's a simple but powerful tool for making manifestation more tangible.
Okay.
You basically decorate a box and fill it with images and objects that represent your desires.
So if I wanted to manifest more money, I might put pictures of things I'd buy.
Exactly.
If I had more money, or even play money.
Yeah.
Or foreign currency.
Exactly. It's about creating a physical representation of your desires and engaging your senses in the process. The act of creating the box itself can be a powerful manifestation ritual, helping you clarify your intentions and infuse them with positive energy.
I love the idea of making manifestation more tangible.
Yeah.
What are some other techniques that can help with visualization?
Well, writing down your desired experiences is another great way to practice visualization.
Okay.
Try crafting a detailed description of what it would feel like to have the money you desire. What would you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch?
Okay.
Don't just write, I want to have $1 million.
Right.
Instead, try writing something like, I'm so grateful to be sitting in my beautiful new home, surrounded by lush gardens, feeling a sense of peace and security, knowing I have more than enough money to live a comfortable and fulfilling life.
The more details, the better.
Absolutely. The more detail you add, the more you'll engage your senses and emotions, making the experience feel more real. Remember, you're painting a picture with words.
These are all fantastic techniques.
Yeah.
But what about those pesky doubts and negative thoughts that inevitably creep in? How can we prevent those from sabotaging our efforts?
First, it's important to understand that experiencing doubt and negative thoughts is completely normal. We all go through it. The key is to avoid dwelling on those thoughts or letting them take root.
Easier said than done sometimes, right?
It can be, But there are some effective strategies for shifting out of those negative thought patterns.
What are some of those?
One simple but powerful technique is to focus on the positive aspects of your current life.
Okay.
What are you grateful for?
Yeah.
What brings you joy?
Right.
When you deliberately shift your attention towards the good things,
Mm-hmm.
you raise your vibration and create a more fertile ground for manifestation.
So it's about consciously choosing thoughts that make us feel good,
Yeah.
rather than dwelling on the ones that bring us down.
That's a great way to put it.
Right.
And remember, even small moments of positive emotion contribute to raising your vibration
Okay.
and attracting abundance.
This is so helpful.
Good.
But what about those of us who are more analytical and find it hard to fully embrace these concepts? Is there still hope for us?
Of course, remember, manifestation is a journey, and it looks different for everyone. The key is to find what works for you, and to approach the process with playfulness and curiosity.
Okay.
If something feels forced or uncomfortable, it's likely creating resistance.
So if I find myself getting bogged down and trying to visualize perfectly,
Yeah.
I should take a step back and focus on something that feels good
Exactly.
and lighthearted.
Yes. Maybe listen to uplifting music, spend time in nature, or engage in a creative hobby.
Right.
Anything that helps you shift your energy and reconnect with your inner joy
Yeah.
will support your manifestation journey. And don't underestimate the power of simply allowing yourself to dream and imagine.
It's about trusting the process and finding what resonates with us individually.
You got it. And remember, every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to aligning with the vibrational reality of your desires.
I love that this conversation has been incredibly enlightening.
It has been fun.
But before we move on, I'd like to touch on something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
This idea of a vibrational escrow.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
Yeah.
What does it mean to have something in our vibrational escrow?
Okay.
And how can we access it more fully?
That's a fantastic question. It's a fascinating concept that can really shift our understanding of manifestation. It's so important that I think it deserves its own dedicated exploration. We'll be right back to delve deeper into the vibrational escrow and how to tap into its power. Don't go anywhere.
All right, we're back and ready to unpack this intriguing concept of the vibrational escrow. It sounds like a cosmic bank where all our desires are safely stored.
That's a fantastic analogy. The vibrational escrow really highlights that manifestation isn't about creating something from nothing. Instead, it's about aligning with what already exists energetically. It's as if everything we could ever want, every dream, aspiration, and desire already exists on a vibrational level, waiting for us to match its frequency so it can manifest in our physical experience.
I'm starting to grasp the concept, but I admit it's still a little mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Can you give us a concrete example of what it means to have something in our vibrational escrow?
Absolutely. Let's say you've always dreamt of traveling the world, immersing yourself in different cultures and seeing incredible sights. Maybe you haven't thought about it in a while, or perhaps life's responsibilities have kind of put those dreams on hold. But that desire, that yearning to explore the world is still there, tucked away in your vibrational escrow. And it's not just a fleeting thought or wishful fantasy. It's a vibrant, energetic blueprint already fulfilled on a vibrational level.
So even if I haven't booked any flights or planned any itineraries, that travel experience already exists in a sense.
Exactly. And it's not limited to material things like travel or money. It could be anything: a loving relationship, a fulfilling career, radiant health, or a creative project that sets your soul on fire. Whatever you deeply desire, even if it's buried under limiting beliefs or distractions, it's present in your vibrational escrow, ready to be activated.
That's incredibly empowering. But if everything we desire is already in this vibrational escrow, why don't we experience it all the time? Why do we still encounter struggles and challenges?
That's the big question, isn't it? And the answer, in short, is resistance. We create resistance when our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions don't align with the vibrational frequency of our desires. It's like trying to tune into a radio station but being slightly off the correct frequency. You might hear hints of the music, but the signal is weak and distorted.
So if our thoughts and feelings are clouded with doubt, fear, or scarcity, we're essentially blocking ourselves from receiving the abundance that's already waiting for us in our vibrational escrow.
Precisely. It's like having a gatekeeper guarding the entrance to your vibrational escrow, turning away all the good things because your energy doesn't match the entry requirements.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So how do we get past that gatekeeper and allow those desires to manifest in our reality?
It all boils down to raising our vibration and aligning ourselves with the frequency of our desires. And that's where practices like visualization, positive self-talk, and gratitude come in. These tools help us shift our energy release resistance and become a vibrational match for the abundance that's already waiting for us.
So it's not enough to simply wish or hope for things to change. We need to actively align our energy with what we want to experience.
Absolutely. The more we focus on the feelings associated with having what we desire, feelings of joy, gratitude, excitement, and love, the more we open ourselves to receiving it. It's like sending a clear, powerful signal to the universe. I'm ready. I'm a vibrational match for this abundance.
I'm really starting to understand how this all works together. But I have one more question. How do we even know what's in our vibrational escrow? Is there a way to take inventory of all the amazing things waiting for us?
That's such a great question. It's almost like asking, what are all the possible realities I could experience? And the answer is that it's limitless. Your vibrational escrow constantly evolves and expands with every desire and dream you hold. There are no limits to what you can create and experience.
So taking inventory might not be the right approach. It's more about opening ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that are available to us.
Exactly. But there are ways to get a sense of what's waiting for you in your vibrational escrow. Think back on your life. What were some of the things you deeply desired in the past? What were those dreams that felt so alive and real, even if they haven't manifested yet? Those are clues, glimpses into the richness of your vibrational escrow.
So, for example, if I used to daydream about being a successful author, even though I haven't written a book yet, that could be a sign that a fulfilling writing career is waiting for me in my vibrational escrow.
Exactly. And the fact that you felt drawn to that dream, that it sparked joy and excitement within you, is a strong indicator that it's aligned with your true self and your vibrational reality.
This is so fascinating. It's like we each have a hidden treasure chest within us, filled with all the amazing experiences we could ever imagine.
And the key to unlocking that treasure chest is to become aware of our thoughts and feelings, to choose those that align with our desires, and to trust that the universe is always conspiring to deliver the abundance that is rightfully ours.
This is making so much sense. But here's another challenge. If we're constantly bombarded with negative news and surrounded by people who might not share our beliefs, how can we maintain a high vibration and stay aligned with our desires? It can feel like an uphill battle sometimes.
That's a common challenge, and it's definitely something we can address. It's all about becoming more conscious of our energetic boundaries and making choices that support our well-being. We need to be mindful of the information we consume and the company we keep.
Can you give us some specific tips on how to do that? I think this is something a lot of our listeners struggle with.
Absolutely. We'll explore some practical strategies for protecting our energy and maintaining a high vibration. Right after a quick break, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're back and ready to dive into some strategies for safeguarding our energy, especially when it feels like we're surrounded by negativity. It's so easy to get pulled down by external forces.
It's true. It can feel like a constant battle sometimes. But remember, we have more control than we realize. One of the most effective ways to protect our energy is to be mindful of the information we consume. That's like creating a healthy diet for our minds. If we're constantly bombarded with negative news or engage in conversations that drain us, it's going to impact our vibration.
So maybe it's time to unfollow those social media accounts that trigger negative emotions, or politely excuse ourselves from conversations that just spiraled downwards.
Exactly. It's not about ignoring the realities of the world, but about being selective with what we allow into our mental and emotional space. We need to be proactive about creating a more positive and supportive environment for ourselves.
So it's about prioritizing our well-being and recognizing that we have the power to choose what influences us.
Absolutely. And here's another powerful strategy. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Their positive energy can be contagious, helping you stay focused on your goals and maintain a higher vibration.
It's like having a personal cheering squad for a manifestation journey.
I love that analogy. And remember, you have the power to choose your companions both in person and online. Seek out those who resonate with your values, support your dreams, and make you feel good about yourself.
That's a great reminder. It's about aligning ourselves with people who energize us, not drain us.
Exactly. And let's not forget the incredible power of nature. Spending time in nature can be so grounding and rejuvenating. It helps to clear away negative energy and restore a sense of peace and balance.
I completely agree. There's something about being in nature that just seems to wash away stress and help me reconnect with a sense of inner calm. It's like hitting the reset button on my energy.
It really is. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting under a tree, immersing ourselves in nature can work wonders for our vibration.
And of course, we can't forget about the power of gratitude. I know we've talked about this before, but it's such a simple yet profound practice for shifting our energy and aligning with abundance.
It's true. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we're essentially telling the universe, I appreciate what I have and I'm open to receiving more. That attitude of gratitude creates a powerful ripple effect, attracting even more blessings into our lives.
So it's about recognizing and appreciating the abundance that already exists in our lives, even amidst challenges, whether it's a warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunset, or the love of family and friends. There's always something to be grateful for.
You've got gratitude is a muscle that we can strengthen with practice, and the more we cultivate that sense of appreciation, the more we open ourselves to the flow of abundance.
This has been such a rich and insightful conversation. We've covered so much ground today, from the power of visualization, the importance of emotions, to the fascinating concept of the vibrational escrow and practical tips for maintaining a high vibration.
It's been a true deep dive.
I hope our listeners feel empowered to embrace these concepts and apply them to their own lives.
Me too.
So as we wrap up this episode of the Metaphysics Podcast, what is one final thought-provoking question you'd like to leave our listeners with?
What if, instead of focusing on what you lack, you began each day by acknowledging all the abundance that's already present in your life? How would that shift your energy and open you up to receiving even more blessings?
That's a powerful question. It reminds us that we always have the power to choose our focus and create a reality aligned with our deepest desires. So as we go about our day, let's choose thoughts and actions that elevate our energy and align us with the abundance we wish to experience.
And remember, every thought you think, every emotion you feel contributes to the creation of your reality. Choose wisely.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of manifesting money. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with anyone who might benefit from these teachings. And don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your experiences with visualization. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep manifesting the life of your dreams.